Tap land on the draw with Masker. Could be okay. Opponent on their own tap land. Alright, we hit an untap. What do we most want to do on 2? I guess we can get our green down now. Both these are green though. We'll take double black. Coilless on 2. Not sure if we go companion or underdog. So Kenzen, Grixis Vampires. Well, the underdog at least trades pretty well. I think we'd rather do that over Faithful Absence. Third land. Okay. They just trade immediately. Fine. And they Corpse Appraise and pick off the underdog. On the plays, gotta feel good, but that's okay. Probably play our own companion this, or our own Trespasser this turn. Strip a creature out of their graveyard. Not as good as getting the underdog, but... Is it better than the wedding announcement? I think so. Alright, let's take you. Drain a life, but more importantly, stop subsequent Corpse Appraisings. Fourth land. Go and attack. I don't really want to block, because I really don't want to trade both creatures, have them Corpse Appraise again. That's just not a good sequence for us. They drop an underdog. Maybe a Harvester as well? Nope, that's all. Warden, well, that gives us something to work up to. We'd love to hit land, though. How bad is it to play Companion just to hit land? I don't hate it. If anything, we want to leave white open, though. White and black open. Alright, we do hit land. That is important. Well, I had planned to attack. But now we kind of have to block. Alright, so sadly we're blocking this turn. Should have blocked last turn, essentially. I just did not want to give them the next Corpse Appraiser. Now we're close to a -3 Massacre. Land off the top would be pretty good here. Alright, we'll trade here. If they play the Corpse Appraiser, they can take our Trespasser no matter what. It's not like taking the underdog forces them to strip their own underdog out of their own graveyard. Do nothing, flip to Nightside. What are we doing at instant speed here? We don't really need to deploy the Massacre. They do have quadruple black for Invoke Despair, which means they want an enchantment. Running 7 into that is not amazing, except that we keep the Treefolk creature, which isn't bad. Wedding Announcement's okay. And we get to hold open with Faithful Absence. I like that a little bit better here. No attacks, end here. So you've given them no good targets for Infernal Grasp or Voltage Surge. So we'll see if that's why they're holding here. Fires a victory on you, okay. That is okay with me. I don't really want a Faithful Absence the underdog. 6th land. Nah. No blocks. Let's see if they deploy more into a Massacre. That's one thing that could happen. Nope, they don't. Well, we hit the land for the Warden. We want to make sure the Warden sticks. Right, so if they can go Infernal Grasp this turn, Invoke Despair next turn, they strip the Warden. Actually, we still have... We get the little token off of it, too. Maybe Warden is the way to go here. Plays the best around Invoke Despair. If that's the case, are we attacking? I think we can. We're going to have 2 blockers back. We'll try it. Now, the other thing they could do is they could put it on the bottom of the deck with Rona's Vortex. That'd be the worst case scenario for us. Sticks. They have Odawara to bounce it. Interesting. Well, we get another blocker here. No blocks again. Take 3. Getting low. Down to 9. Are they really going to leave all this mana open? You'd think if they had Make Disappear, we would have seen it, right? It's possible not. But if we had to get someone countered, it would be the Ren in 7. We're very close to dead here. We could just drop another wedding announcement this turn, I think. It's just very suspicious, all the mana they have open. Drop another wedding announcement. We have enough mana to pay for Make to Spear. And we end here. At some point, we could drop Massacre for 0. I've just been waiting for them to deploy something into us, but they might not. Draw's nice. More land is good. Another wedding announcement's also very good. Fires of Victory again. Okay. Maybe that's just all they have right now. Strange game. I don't know that we give them the draw. Going down to 6 is a little scary, though. It means underdog plus hasty underdog gets there. Do we really want to give them the draw off this? I think we can take this finally. Alright, they drop a Harvester here. 4 blood tokens. Alright, that's enough to pick off Sanctuary Warden. So this is probably the time we finally Massacre. That's all. Shoulder's pretty good. We can attack first. I probably would trade, though. I think we just want the life. Actually, they might not trade, because I want to keep both these around. So we can probably shove through 2 points of damage here. I bet they want both Harvesters to guarantee, even if we pick off one, they still have another one around. Let's try you for X equals 2 here. Have enough mana to play through 1 Make to Spear, but not a casualtied one. Okay. Sticks. Both go down. It's pretty good for us. Alright, that was huge right there. Getting a meat hook down is going to be big for the rest of the game. And triple wedding announcement. So they have no counter magic. I've been worrying about Make to Spear, you know, probably 2 copies in the deck somewhere. But this is going to be a huge board state for us. 3 wedding announcements plus the Massacre. And we have just fantastic cards on the way as well. Lift to Nightside. We can probably attack with both and drop the Shouldered. Let's attempt to get in there for 4. When it takes it, it drops to 9 here. We have 8 mana available. We could play the Warden. I think we just drop Shouldered and draw up. I'm still thinking about Invoke Despair. Maybe I'm playing way too cautiously, but if we don't make a mistake, we're in a very strong position right now. Automatically moves to the end step. Okay, looks like we'll see maybe Infernal Grasp here on the Shouldered. Or they'll cycle to dig for something. What is their hand, man? What's up with all this hold their mana open on our turn? We've only seen a bunch of Fires of Victory. Is that all that's going on here? I guess so. I keep thinking, alright, they've got all this mana. Surely they're going to do something impactful, but it's just kicked Fires of Victory all the way down. Now, they do get the draw, so they are going to lose 2 life off of it. We still got 2 very powerful cards in hand. They Voltage Surge there. That's fine. Your opponent loses the life off the Massacre. They're about to take a ton of damage this turn. If they cycle, they'll take more damage as well off the blood token. Down to 5. We get to draw 2 more cards. You up life, which isn't as relevant at this point. Very weird game. 15 to 5. I guess... I guess it just fires all the way down. Alright, they Rona's Vortex you. Fine. We still have a ton of threats on the way. And a Bank Buster. Okay. Paragon. That's not bad at all. Liliana takes their last card, which I like. Could drop off the land. Still have a bunch of mana left over. I really like taking their last card. I guess they can draw anyway, though. Maybe the Warden's the best thing to play here. Just puts out a lot of threats at once. It's pretty hard for them to deal with, I think. We can play through Make to Spear, so I think it's finally time for the Warden. I think we take one of these off. I think it's fine. Ooh, that's pretty good. You could still go double black, take that last card. I think I'm down for that. Looks like they'll probably take the draw first. They draw with the Bank Buster, so then I have more selection of what they drop off. Drop off a land, pretty good for them. We got a full fleet, including a Shielded Warden. Biggest massacre they could pull off is, what, 6? Which doesn't kill the Warden. So that's quite the board state for them to deal with. Alright, they're digging, but I don't know what they would dig for necessarily. A blocker and 1 removal. Corpse of Prey is a pretty good start. Can make them sacrifice something with Liliana, though. What they take there. Trespasser. They still need a answer to the Flying Warden. Which is very difficult for them to interact with. I don't know if there's any exile effects that they would run in this Grixis Vampires pile. Certainly have... Oh, I guess Rona's Vortex. They have to hit Rona's Vortex or lose, I think. And they have the mana to play it. Even still, we just minus Liliana, take the blocker. I guess they powered the Bank Buster. So, what can we do to win from here? They scoop. Alright, I think they just didn't have Warner's Vortex. Weird game. I kept thinking they had something to do on our turn that was impactful, but it was just Fires of Victory the entire way down, so... You know, looking good here. Nice curve. Some removal. Start with white and black, tap land. Get caves going on too. Leave some options open. Alright. Doing nothing here. Moving right along. Celestis, uh-oh. That's scary. Okay. Well, I guess we're getting the Trespasser going. No targets, but it is pretty annoying for control decks to deal with. A little 2-for-1 action. Liliana comes right down. Well, didn't see that coming. They did not have double black on the surface. Now, we luckily draw the answer here. We could Fateful Absence, but I think I'd rather Hasty Underdog here. Blitz you in. Take you out. Try not to give him the draw off the Fateful Absence if we can avoid it. Alright, we are ready to grind with them. Grind Central unlocked. Celestis is big, though. That's pretty big for them. They got that down on turn 3 in this grindy matchup. Liliana Part 2 comes down. Probably just dropping land. Land is good, but... Are we going to need Infernal Grasp at all? I just don't know. We'll hit more land. This time we want to play the underdog and attack it down again, right? The other option is to deploy Fateful Absence, so we can probably drop you off. We already have second green, though, which is the only reason to have this. Let's drop the tap land. That's fine. Just in case it matters. Urtai Resurrected. More Infernal Grass. All right, maybe not the matchup for that. Well, play more land here. Liliana's pretty big. What does Elspeth do? We don't really want to drop a creature into them. We could just Fateful Absence this turn. Could drop Renin plus, even. Or Elspeth and plus. We could drop Renin plus. And then next turn, Fateful Absence and Underdog or something like that. Be a little more efficient with our mana. That seems fine. Please don't have Spell Pierce for 1. That would just be unkind. Oh! Alright, yeah, Spell Pierce is pretty... OP. And luckily, we can probably discard the Infernal Grasp easily here. It's not had a use yet. They just drop off Destroy Evil. Okay. I still think we can grind with them. I don't want them to draw. Are we going to kill you no matter what? Probably. Let's just do it now. Before they can filter into a counterspell. Alright, you go down.
Knew this was a waste of time.
More Underdog. Alright, that's fine. Well, we'd love to get a Planeswalker to stick. They take their draw. It's not good for us. Oh, that Spell Pierce. So painful. Celestis. Whew, we are up to 5 cards. The good news, they are a little bit bottlenecked on mana. Alright, they're flipping here. So. Saving Grace. That's pretty good, but they're probably going to counter something. This could be a Wandering Emperor turn as well. Now, the way to play it around the Wandering Emperor is to put Vigilance on the underdog. But they probably just counter that anyway, right? So I think we drop our own underdog this turn. And let them try to deal with both of them. Lands. Not sure if I even saw a stick there. Alright, let's see if we see an Emperor here. No Emperor immediately. Only one man open. That's a little surprising. Okay. So what do they have then? That's really good for us. I did not expect that. They did nothing on that entire turn cycle. That's bizarre, right? That means they really wanted to counter something. Ah! Full control! Damn it. Oh! Okay. Do we actually have to answer you? Answers yes. I tried to full control as fast as I could, and I could not get to my button. Negate! Goodness gracious. Alright. We got some work to do. Probably just drop our own Shouldered here. Could not get to the full control button quick enough. That is humorous. A fun aspect of Arena. The Celeste is doing so much work this game. I'm very jealous of them. Yeah, look at them dropping off land. Oh my goodness. And they have the grass for our shoulder. That's not good, folks. Oh my goodness. The negates. They had the negate for our Infernal Grasp. Whackers for 4. Drop to 10. Then drop to 8. They had the answers for everything. This Celeste is so good. Now they are tapped out here. We draw into the answer. You can't complain too much about that. That is a nice top deck. And we have enough mana for everything, I think. Goodbye. F you. Alright. Hit him hard here. Drop you. Alright. That was pretty fortunate. That makes up for us not hitting full control fast enough to stop Shouldered. Celeste is continuing to put in work, though. Now, they're definitely not Invoke Despair deck. Not enough black. That's really hard to pull off in 3 colors. As you're just splashing a little bit. They actually have 3 black because they have the Celestes, but still, I don't think they could shove that in there. Meat Hook for 2. Alright. That's fine. Now, that does make the underdog plays quite a bit worse. Paragon's pretty damn good, right? I think so. I don't even think we plus here. I think both these things are very good. Paragon's potentially a bit better. We can do things like get Shouldered back next turn. And we're definitely not going to run into another Spell Pierce. I'm over that. Auto pay. Down to 7. Let's get back one of these underdogs, I think, over the land. Wait, cast with Sarah Paragon. Both these are cast with Sarah Paragon. Okay. Just one of them. I don't know. I like Elspeth. I don't think we need to plus here. Boom. Board assembled. What you got? They need Land and Massacre Part 2. They really need to answer the Paragon. Psychrophine, that's what I like to see. You don't have the answer. Get rocked. Do nothing. Flip to our side. Wedding announcement. At some point we should start plussing, right? Oh, yes, we can't play Shouldered back. Okay. Potentially a Trespasser turn. Hasty Underdog is interesting. We could start plussing Liliana, given that we have the card draw on the battlefield. I'm okay with that. Maybe we even give up Elspeth. Drop down to 5. How spooky is that? I guess if they drop another Shoulder, pretty close to dead. Alright, I don't actually love that. But I do think we have some good firepower here. I think we start with a plus. I think we drop Elspeth.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Even though you can play back the wedding announcement, because they're going to have to deal with the Paragon soon or lose anyway. Let's get in here. Let's drop a wedding announcement so we can keep drawing cards. See if they want to negate that. They just counter you. Alright, well, Sweeper would hurt. Let's play the Trespasser back, because if the Trespasser gets swept, we still have an underdog down there. I think we just take creatures here. I don't think they're going to get anything back. Let's take this Resurrected creature. Okay. Draw into an Emperor. Opponent needs a lot of land. Scoop! Yes! Got through the Shouldered. I love to see it. Looks okay. Tap lands all the way. Crystal Grotto. Scry 1. Okay. Opponent is making some moves here. 1 man of any color. Color fixing Bankbuster. Alright. We don't know what we're up against, but we do know that, what do we need? We need black still. Both of you make black. We don't need green. Let's do it like this. Alright, a little slow off the bat. Let's see if we can outgrind this opponent with the Bank Buster. Wedding announcement. First to deploy the wedding announcement. Okay. So, we're thinking mono whites. Mono white grind to the end of time. Midgame Massacre is going to be so good at some point. They might not have any hasty creatures. Getting one of these Lilianas down isn't the worst. I guess any creature they play can power up the Bank Buster and attack, so that's not amazing. It's maybe just a wedding announcement turn of our own. It's interesting to say, is it more valuable to get the meat hook down early? Because this is going to be a long grinded game. At some point, it could sweep the entire board and be very useful, but we're a little bottlenecked on mana right now. Oh my goodness. All right. Mech. Here's an artifact removal. We just have Bosiju in the deck. Crew 3. Well, we're stuck on land. This is a land drawing turn. I think we're starting with a companion here. And we prefer to... I think we can tap you for white is fine. You're the one I at least want. We don't have anything to deploy with green for 2. Alright, we hit the land. That's pretty nice. We could give it one more turn and -2 Massacre next turn. Just hold Fateful Absence here. I'm okay with that. Manual taps here. They want to keep double white around for something. What costs double white? Resolve. Mech requires crew 4. Another mech hanger. Okay. Only to cast a pilot or vehicle. Restoration of a Ganjo. Alright. Well, that'll be something to deal with at some point. I don't really have an answer to that right now. Or land. Okay. Are they going to attack just to get the draw off? If they do, I think we leave it. We run it back against them. Attack both. Get the draw. Play Massacre for 1 and maybe drop an underdog if we can hit land. Alright, they do attack both. I think that's fine. Let both go so we can attack back as well. Okay. Alright. We don't hit land, unfortunately, so our entire turn is just Massacre turn. But we'll take our draws here. Get you down for 2. Okay, that should be big. Over the course of this game, I bet the Massacre does a lot of work. This is going to be a weird, grindy game. Yeah, we get to draw. Still no 5th land, though. It does hurt a little bit. They're continuing to ram into something, into some strange vehicle deck. Oh my goodness, alright, they just powered up the mech. Too bad we don't have Fateful Absence ready. That's almost all their mana for the entire turn, though. That's a good answer. Still no land. And no ability for us to draw this turn. We could plus the Sorin just to hit a land, to only have it die to the 5/5. I don't love that. Maybe just a wedding announcement turn, I guess. We have to hit land soon, though. Yeah, I think it's an announcement this turn. With the hopes to play a Sorin next turn, maybe hold some Infernal Grasp, Fateful Absence stuff next turn. When it gets to draw off, we're so bottlenecked on land. We have a lot of great things to deploy here. They flipped the Aganjo. That's another card for us to deal with. Another Crystal Grotto. Interesting. Opponent getting that value off their lands with the Scry Grotto. Alright. Power up the mech. This guy's Menace, actually, so it is a 6/6. Manual taps here. Elspeth Resplendent. Goodness gracious. They're gonna put, 7/7... What? Maybe Lifelink? Flying? Just sweet. Well, it already has Menace. Alright, flying seems excessive. But now we absolutely have to hold Fateful Absence or Infernal Grasp this coming turn. Because we're about dead here. Just super stuck on land. No land. Probably need to hold both Fateful Absence and Infernal Grasp this turn. Drop off one of these guys. Liliana kills the Architect, but again, we're just dead. So we have to hit land. There's no choice. Probably need to hold the token back as well. So we drop off one of these underdogs this turn. You could Sorin and make a flying blocker, but then you're leaving yourself open to lots of lethal scenarios, so it's no attacks here. And they take a draw. Well, we wait till they power everything up for combat. Then we try to pick things off before they declare attackers and get the creature off the architect. Here comes the crew. Are they going to move to combat? Manual taps coming out. A lot of manual taps. Something spooky's going down. They power up you as well. Okay. That's a lot of attackers now. They want to put a counter. Flying, First Strike, Lifelink, or Vigilance. That's fine. We don't really care.
This is your fight. Win it.
Well, we know which ones we're removing here. 2 attackers. Start with you. Attempt this. See if they have some kind of protection spell. They do not. We do gain a life, which is important. Flying. Alright, let's wait for you to attack, I guess. It's fine. Now you're tapped, so they can't tap you to draw, at least. We don't have to block here. What are we going to do next turn? Sorin, I guess. And minus, we're so stuck on land. Like, what is actually going to get? They're going to give something else flying next turn. So we have to play Sorin, make a flying blocker. We probably take this draw. What happens if you minus this? 5 angel tokens with flying. That's awful as well. But we don't really have an answer to any of this stuff. I guess we can just take 1 block here. Land. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus treasure. And a mech. 2 damage to what? Alright, well, this has been a fun game. No land. Oh my goodness. I think we're running like 25, 26 land. Okay, so that's basically, I mean, we can try. We can make Sorin and make a blocker, which is what we have to do here. But it's not how I wanted to spend this game. Whew. Alright, we got 2 of these guys. So we need a flying blocker now to get removed because Elspeth's going to give one of these guys flying. Or else it's just -7 to make 7 flying blockers, 5 angels. All of that sounds awful. Mech Hanger, power you up. Attack with everything, block 2, take 4 damage. Still alive. Another mech, pick off one of our blockers. Then attack with everything, and we lose. Block you. No, we block you and take 8. Oh, they didn't give you flying. You have menace anyway. Game over, dude. Just any land just to get us in that game would have been big, but didn't get there. Welcome to the post-game deck tech. ABZAN Midrange, I think, is actually quite good. Played it a couple weeks ago, had a lot of success. Tweaked the deck to improve a couple things and had, again, more success today. I think it's solid. These are some of the changes I made from last time I played the deck. I took out Gala Greeters in favor of Spirited Companion. I just hate running 2-drops that when your opponent is on the play and they drop turn 3 Liliana and they have you sack your creature and you got no value out of your 2-drop, that's just the worst feeling. And Gala Greeters doesn't do anything the turn it comes down. Whereas Spirited Companion, you play on 2, you get the card, they play Liliana, they sack the companion, you're like, all right, well, I got a card out of it. That's not so bad. The other 2-drop I took out is Join the Dance. It is nice because it makes 2 blockers for all of your planeswalkers in the deck, but it does not pair well with a Johnny. And I really love a Johnny. Did not come to play today. I loved it last time. Just sitting there plussing every turn, drawing cards for free. On turn 3, as soon as turn 3, you can get this guy down and draw cards. And if you can protect him with all the crud we have mucking up the ground, it's really quite strong over the course of a game. So took out Join the Dance because you can't draw it off the Johnny. You want to be able to hit cards as frequently as possible with the Johnny and put an underdog. Again, plays well against Liliana because even if they're on the play and they go turn 3 Liliana, you have to sack your underdog. You can still get value from it later in the game. Also cut down the number of faithful absences. The games these days in this format just tend to go longer, and giving your opponent the extra draw off the clue token matters, and it's not good. So I cut 2 faithful absences in favor of 2 Infernal Grasp. This cannot hit planeswalkers, but you tone down that adverse effect of the clue token a little bit. In 3-drop slot, 4 wedding announcements. This card is sweet. You know, clogs the board, helps you draw cards. Trespasser is just a solid card. It just does everything. Strips your opponent's graveyard, and it's just really annoying to remove, too. 2 Lilianas, 2 a Johnny split. Johnny can also be the 4-drop, but I like to think of it as a 3-drop most of the time. And then I think I stocked the 4-drop slot more than I did last game. Maybe took out a couple of the Elspeths and Wrens I had last time. Sorin's good. Sholdred is very good. A 1 Wandering Emperor, which I don't think is amazing. and then one Sarah Paragon. Part of the problem with the Emperor, it just seems like so many games come down to who can land Shouldered, does the Shouldered stick? And if you're the one who drops the Shouldered and they hold open 2 white and a white, just don't attack. You don't have to. You're going to win the long game. You don't have to attack and tap it and have it fall into the -2 exile target tapped creature. So Wandering Emperor is not mind-blowing these days for that reason. Now in the 5-drop slot, I'm not impressed with Elspeth. I never have been. I should have taken it out this time, and I was like, no, Diversity's fun. Nah, take this guy out. It's just not that good. Instead, I'd probably put in, honestly, another Shouldered, because again, so many games just seem to come down to who has Shouldered and who has the answer to Shouldered. It's sad, but that's what it is. Now, if I was really being honest, I'd probably take out Ren and 7 as well and put in Sarah Paragon and just have this really nice tight curve between 2 and 4 drops to hit stuff. But we're ABZAN, so we got to play green. And I like Johnny, but we got to have another green card in there. But realistically, yeah, I'd probably cut Ren and 7 and maybe put another Paragon. Sanctuary Warden, though, I would keep. Kind of weird to drop your 5-drop, but keep the 6-drop. But this card actually comes down and wins games. It's difficult to remove with the shield counter. It can pop out a token, which helps you play around Invoke Despair, right? If you can have anything else on the battlefield and the Warden, then even if they pick off one of the tokens or something else, and you can draw your cards. So this card, actually, I think the games that you play this card, you resolve this card, you win a lot of those games. And the Meadow Massacre, very good. Mana base could probably stand a little bit of tweaking from what I have here because we don't have that much green. So you probably don't need all of these tap lands because there are only 3 green cards in our ABZAN deck. Anyway, that's the deck. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment. I'm Dr. Ruckus, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.